Fox 40's Capitol reporter Eitan Wallace was with the governor today in San Francisco and now shares why Newsom says he's not weighing in, at least for now.
It's my intention not to get involved in the primary.
Governor Gavin Newsom making clear as of now he's not endorsing anyone in the crowded field for California governor. Speaking at a press conference announcing a first-in-the-nation program to provide diapers at no cost to new parents of infants, Newsom was asked about the race and where his focus is. His answer?
I'm focused on diapers.
It's not the first time Newsom has said he's not weighing in this race.
On the governor race to replace you.
I have no comment, none. Thank you. Next question. I'm looking forward to where the voters ultimately land. You've heard me on a consistent basis. This is an area of deep consistency. I'm focused on many things.
Several unions and advocacy groups have endorsed in the race, but Newsom is taking a different approach, saying he knows all of the Democratic candidates and noting he's doing exactly what his predecessor, former Governor Jerry Brown, did when Newsom ran for governor.
I was there myself. And Governor Brown was sitting here saying, in essence, what I'm saying today. Drove me crazy, I admit, when I was the candidate. I was like, what the heck? And now I need to call Jerry and apologize, maybe. Tell him I get it now.
Claremont McKenna College professor of government Jack Pitney weighing in.
There's good reason for a governor to be cautious. There's an old saying in politics, every time you make an endorsement, you make 10 enemies and one ingrate. And if he endorses somebody who loses the primary, that puts him into a slightly embarrassing spot.
On the off chance that Gavin Newsom decides to run for president, he would like to have the support of every Democrat in California. And because there are several Democrats running for governor right now, if he endorses one of them, the others are much less incentivized to support him.
While Newsom, as of now, is not endorsing, he did not shy away from making clear he hopes at least one of the Democrats advances to the top two in November and wins it all.
It's my intention to do everything that needs to be done to make sure that there's not a lockout for a Democratic choice in the general election.
What can he do to prevent a lockout?
Well, there really isn't much he can do except to keep his fingers crossed that the Democrats consolidate behind one candidate.
If he were to weigh in, could that make a difference?
Might make a slight difference, particularly when it comes to fundraising, but popularity isn't transferable. For governor, people are starting to make up their minds, and what the governor says probably wouldn't make a lot of difference to most of them.
And a reminder, if you vote by mail, your return envelope must be signed, dated, and postmarked no later than Election Day itself, June 2nd. Reporting in San Francisco, covering local news that matters, Eitan Wallace, Fox 40 News.